Okay, so welcome everyone to your evening meditation. Just giving yourself half an hour's time out of your evening to reconnect, refresh, re-energize for the evening ahead and the weekend. Set yourself up for a nice evening and a good sleep and a good weekend. So going somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed for the next half an hour. Putting your phone on mute or silent. Sitting comfortably, feet shoulder width apart. Cup your hands on your lap. Keep your back straight. Support your back if you need to. Close your eyes. And start off by taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. So just breathing in. Notice how the stomach rises. So you're breathing into the belly button. And you just squeeze your sphincter muscle. It's the muscle used to contract the flow of urine. And that creates an energy lock. It's called the root lock in yoga. Okay, and it also pumps the energy up the spine. Just giving yourself like that. It also pumps the energy up the spine. So just raising the energy up the spine into the upper back, into your head. Just pause at the top of the inhale. Hold the breath briefly. And just do a little scan of your mind, just checking in, noticing any thoughts and emotions going on. So any thoughts about the past, thoughts about the future. Particularly anything negative, so any negativity, so maybe a grievance, some resentment. Worry, anxiety about the future. Notice how this shows up physically. Maybe there's a knot in your stomach, a block in your chest, clenched jaw, the extreme nausea and panic attacks. And you're just going to let all of this go with the help of the breath. So blow it all out. And just imagine you blowing it out like a black smoke out of your mouth. Feel the energy subsiding back down. It's like a wave just subsiding back into the ocean. And you just let the energy flow down the front channel of the body into the lower stomach and spine. And just pause there at the bottom of the exhale. Connect with the stillness, smile. For no other reason than that you're aware, you're alive. You're here now and there's an underlying peace and a stillness and a happiness just arising for no other reason than that you're alive. An expression of life. So breathing in again. Through the nose. Again, squeeze the sphincter muscle. Push the stomach out. Raise the energy up into the heart center. Feel that slowly life energy rising up into your upper back, into your chest, like the cresting of a wave in the ocean. And just draw it all the way into the crown of your head. Pause at the top of the inhale. Smile. Just find the stillness and the peace and the gaps between breaths. Just pay attention to these gaps because really all that these words are directing us to is to the stillness and peace beyond the illusion of form. So exhale. As you exhale, make a little sighing sound in the back of your throat. Just sigh it all out. Notice the vibration in your throat. Notice air flowing out of your nostrils. It's like the wave is crested and it subsides back down into the ocean. And just let it all out. Let the energy flow. In the stillness and the peace. And then breathe in again, repeat the cycle. So just observing all the sensations of the breath. So the stomach pushing out, the chest rising. This nice, warm, comforting feeling flowing up your spine into your heart center. Your head, pause, smile deeply. Just feel the stillness and the peace overcoming you. And then you exhale, sigh it all out. And the energy just subside back down from the crown of the head, down the front channel of your body, coming to rest, the lower stomach and spine. Pause again. Just find the peace and the stillness between breaths. And then repeat the cycle. Just breathing nice, deep, slow inhales and exhales. Just watching the breath stepping back. And this should keep your mind nice and calm, clear, open, empty, but aware. Remind yourself there's really nothing else to do, nowhere else to go, nothing else to think about. For the next 25 minutes or so, just breathe, relax, be still, and listen to these words. So listen non-intellectually. It's not about trying to intellectually understand them, which means you're not trying to analyze them, evaluate them, judge them, compare them, contrast them, criticize them, resist them. Just all those movements of the mind, lay them aside and just allow the words to seep into your consciousness, into a deeper part of your mind, where you can absorb their frequency. There's an energy that these words carry. And all they're doing is pointing you energetically to this deeper place in your own mind. So just allow that process to happen without sabotaging it with your intellectual mind. Try and feel the words rather than mentally understand them. And to help you to do that, just keep watching your breath. So keep breathing in and out through your nose. Nice, nice, still, calm, deep breaths. Getting more and more relaxed with each breath. And just allowing these words to drop into that still, calm, spacious awareness. Imagine they're like pebbles in the pond, just dropping in. And because your mind is so still, the ripple effects are going to be noticeable. These ripples are going to ripple all the way into the depths of your subconscious mind, which is where they're needed to undo the default thought system of the ego. And then listen to these words. This is from the preliminary section to the series of workbook lessons we're on. It's in answer to the question, what is creation? So let's hear what Jesus has to say in response to this question. What is creation? Creation is the sum of all God's thoughts, of all love's thoughts, if you prefer. You can always substitute the word God with the word love. They mean the same thing, if that helps you. Creation is the sum of all God's or love's thoughts. was not there. Nor will there be a time when anything that created suffers any loss. But God's thoughts exactly as they were and as they are, unchanged through time and after time is done. Just pause, reflect, just allow the energy of these words to bring your mind closer to the awareness of forever. It doesn't mean for all time, it means beyond time, in eternity. These thoughts are unchanged through time and after time is done. So God's thoughts, or love's thoughts, are given all the power that their own creator has. For he would add to love by its extension. Thus his son, or his extension, shares in creation, and must therefore share in power to create. What God or love has willed to be forever one will still be one when time is over, and will not be changed throughout the course of time, remaining as it was before the thought of time began. Just keep watching your breath, staying nice and still, calm, empty, open, but aware. Smile. So these words are cause for much joy. It means the dream of death and disaster that constitutes this world is almost over. It means there is a way out. We can go back to true creation, which is the opposite of all illusions. For creation is the truth. Creation is the Holy Son of God, or the holy extension of love. For in creation is his will complete in every aspect, making every part container of the whole. Its oneness is forever guaranteed inviolate, forever held within his holy will, beyond all possibility of harm, separation, imperfection, and of any spot upon its sinlessness. So just pause and allow the truth behind these words just to penetrate a bit deeper. It's pointing you to reality that's beyond all harm, all separation, all imperfection, all sin, guilt, fear, attack, hatred, death, all the manifestations of the ego that we see so prevalently in this world. It's pointing you beyond all of these into a state of mind where these simply do not exist, where you are perfect as you were created to be. So we are creation, we the sons of God, or the extensions of love itself. We seem to be discreet and unaware of our eternal unity with him. Yet back of all our doubts, past all our fears, there still is certainty. For love remains with all its thoughts, its sureness being theirs. God's or love's memory is in our holy minds, which know their oneness and their unity with their Creator. Let our function be only to let this memory return, only to let God's or love's will be done on earth, only to be restored to sanity, and to be but as God our source, the source of our mind, calls to us. We hear his voice, we hear its voice, and we forgive creation. This is forgiving miscreation, the little self's creation, the physical world, the universe we think is the real. In the name of the creator of true creation, holiness itself, whose holiness His own creation shares, whose holiness is still a part of us. So just pause briefly here, connect with the energy of this smile, because you can connect the truth, your true creator, true creation, true reality. The words don't really matter. It's the essence, the feeling that you connect to. So let's move gently into today's lesson, Workbook Lesson 329 in the Course in Miracles. Take a nice deep breath in to start with. And then you're filling up the lower stomach. Imagine you're not just breathing air in, but light. Filling up your stomach like a light-filled balloon. Squeeze the sphincter muscle, locks the energy in, pumps this energy and this light up the spine into your heart center, breathing it into your heart center, putting one hand on the heart, and then draw it up the spine into the upper back, to the crown of your head. Just pause at the top of the inhale, smile, and just feel the light infusing every cell, every muscle of your body. This healing golden or white light. Scan your mind. Notice any difficult situations, problems that you're dealing with, thoughts and emotions you have about this situation. Usually there's a person or people involved. So just be aware of the difficulty, the negativity. Notice how you feel emotionally, physically. And to correct this, just say, I have already chosen what you will, or I've already chosen what love wills. Addressing this loving presence in your own mind, your most innermost being. Saying, I've already chosen what you want. And what love wills is only love. There can be no grievances, there can be no judgment. And to help you let it go, just say, Father, or Source, addressing this highest self within your mind. I thought I wandered from your will, defied it, broke its laws, and interposed a second will more powerful than yours. But what I am in truth is but your will, extended and extended. This am I, and this will never change. So as you exhale, just blowing all of this negativity out with the breath. Just letting it all go. Imagine it's blowing away like dark clouds, just blowing them away with the wind of your breath. To reveal this unchanging, eternal nature, what you are in truth, what can never change. Pull the lower stomach into the spine, expel the last remaining air out. And say to yourself, as you are one, so am I one with you. And this I chose in my creation. And my will became forever one with yours. That choice was made for all eternity. It cannot change and be in opposition to itself. And so just breathing nice, deep, slow inhales and exhales, watching the breath, and sinking into this place in your mind that the words are pointing to. A choice for all eternity, changeless, unchangeable state of mind and being. It cannot change and be in opposition to itself. You say, Father, Source, my will is yours, and I am safe, untroubled and serene. an endless joy, because it is your will that it be so. And now just feel this safety, this untroubled, serene state of mind, this endless joy. Keep watching your breath, just sinking in. Sinking deeply into your mind. So today, we will accept our union with each other and our source. We have no will apart from His, from this loving source. And all of us are one because His will is shared by all of us. Through it, we recognize that we are one. Through it, we find our way at last to God, to love itself. And so with that invitation, just sink into your mind, going deeper and deeper with each breath, into the depths of your mind. Nowhere to go, there's nothing else to do, nothing else to think about. Just breathe, relax, and be still, and allow yourself to sink a bit deeper. The next 2 minutes of silence. Just allow this loving presence to reveal itself to you. Nowhere else to go, nothing else to do, nothing else to think about for the next 2 minutes. Just breathe, relax, and be still. And many thoughts arise to disturb this peace. Notice them. Just breathe into them. Imagine they're like cloud patterns, just blowing across the sky of your mind. You cannot really obscure the sky. Just this peaceful presence. So just as you exhale, blow them away with the wind of your breath, turning your awareness to this eternal sky. Nothing else to do, nowhere else to go. Breathe, relax, be still for the next minute of silence. Let this loving presence, this loving will the lesson talks about, speak to you. Just envelop you in its peace. Surrender and just allow it to do whatever it wants with you for the next minute of silence. And so just very gently on the count of 3, and bring your awareness back into the body, back into the world. So 1, just breathing in. Notice the stomach rise, the chest rise, the subtle flow of air into the nostrils, the life energy rising up the spine, into your heart center, to the crown of your head. Pause at the top of the inhale, connect with the peace and the stillness of this loving presence. Smile. And then exhale. Just sigh it all out. There's the air flowing out of your nostrils, sighing sound in the back of your throat, chest and the stomach suck back in. And just feel this energy subsiding down from the crown of your head, down the front channel of your body, coming to rest in your lower stomach and your groin. So that's 1, 2. Just noticing the weight of your body pressing down into the chair, feet touching the ground, just grounding yourself back into this so-called reality. Through awareness of the body, breathe in, notice the breath again, stomach rise, chest rises, air flows into the nostrils. Notice any smell in your nose. Maybe there's a noticing all these subtle sensations that you don't normally notice, and notice what you're hearing in the surrounding environment. So just whatever's going on, just allow it to arise. Sounds arise and then they subside back to the stillness. So you start to pay more attention to the background of stillness and silence, and the foreground of noise and sights, sounds, images of this world, training your mind to become aware again of this loving presence that you've denied. The world is the cover, it's the denial of this presence. So if we deny the denial by not judging it, we're just allowing these things to be and not mentally interpreting, labeling, judging, naming anything. And we have the key to peace, because it's our judgments and our interpretations and our perceptions of things that really cause us pain and suffering. So 3, just open your eyes, look around for 30 seconds or so, just noticing the objects around you. Let your eyes rest on one thing for no more than a couple of seconds, and then move on to another thing and another thing. Do that for maybe a dozen objects around you. Just notice that you see them all the same. You're not naming them or judging them or labeling them. The underlying peace and stillness in your mind, this ground of being, this true reality, is the same, irrespective of what your senses are perceiving. So again, you're training your mind to pay more attention to that, to the background, the ground of being, rather than the foreground of your sense perceptions. And if you do that in these meditations, you can do it in your normal life. So try and apply that whenever you see this evening. Just allow it to be, no mental judgment, and notice how peaceful it is when you're in that state of mind. To help you to stay there, I've sent you a shorter recording earlier if you're in the Art of Letting Go WhatsApp group. So you can listen to that if you feel like you need a top up. And just remember, if anything negative seems to happen, it's really just another opportunity to breathe, let go, and find your flow by applying today's idea and remembering that you've already chosen what love wills in this and every situation. So thank you for listening. I wish you a very peaceful and flowing evening and weekend ahead. Namaste, which means the divine love and peace and joy in me honors and acknowledges the divine love, peace, and joy in you.